And we're live here at the Comedy Pop-Up Studios. I'm Brady Matthews. I have my very special guest today, Grant Cotter. Grant, thank you for doing the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to get to drive to Koreatown during rush hour traffic to, sit next to a nail salon and talk to you.
Do you have road rage?
I don't know if I have road rage. I have secret road rage, like where I do get mad, but I like flip off under the dashboard.
Oh, really?
I do one of these, like, you motherfucker, so
Do
they
you
don't,
have
like,
to
hit me.
drive? Like, do you like? For me, my road rage is I would say is at peak level, probably at a 10 at all times.
I can see that.
I'm always angry. Like I'm like just an angry stepdad in the car at
You
all
ever,
times.
you ever be in an Uber and get road rage because the
Oh
Uber
yeah.
driver's awful?
Oh, dude, this is so funny. I'll be in the back, and do you ever do this? You like with your hands?
Yeah, you're like, go,
Go,
go.
go. Do you do that, Haley? All the fucking time. Or you go like this. You go. You're gonna go left here. You're gonna go. Okay, he's taking a left. I guess he's going. You're going. Why would you go left here? Like, and then my girlfriend will go. Stop. Stop.
He
And I
goes,
go.
it says it on the thing, and I go, I know how to get where I'm going faster.
Yeah, and then the hard part is sometimes these guys, I get it, they're trying to make money, but some of them don't speak very good English, so they just follow what's on the fucking map. Like from my place to get to LAX, these guys go to Santa Monica, literally to Santa Monica to get on the 405. I'm like, no, dude, just go all the way down to La Cienega and fucking get on the 10. But I don't know. My road rage is awful.
You know what's getting to me now is like with my Uber driver, it happened once and it happened twice with Postmates. It's like the picture shows up, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Bethany is going to pick you up in a white Honda Civic. And then a white Honda Civic shows up and then it's fucking Steve. And you go, what are you doing? What happened to Bethany? You know what I mean?
It's his girlfriend's car.
Yeah, like, are you like covering for her? Like, did she have to
Probably.
call out work for an audition?
Probably.
It's like, I just want to fucking tip the person in the picture.
And where I don't know if you've been to my place, but where I park my car, it's like it's on the street. Like it's basically park on the street. I got my car. This drunk couple got in my car and thought it was an Uber.
Hell yeah, dude.
I swear to God, they get in. I go, what the fuck? It was it was terrifying. You ever someone just getting some random person just get in your car?
Scary.
They go, Barry, and I go, Brady, and I go, do I know you guys?
You go, it's close enough. It could have been me.
Dude, so we were talking beforehand. I was like, are crowds getting crazier with stand-up comedy? Are they getting more drunk, or are we just getting older? Because when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, the drunker, the better. But now when I go down, I'm like, everyone shut the fuck up. Everyone shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I started, like, my dream crowd was like drunk college kids. I go, I'm the same age, like, get wasted. Like, I'll talk about smoking weed and fingering chicks or whatever I was talking
Yeah,
about.
dude.
And then now, like,
Those are hot topics.
I hate performing at colleges.
Oh, yeah,
And, like, one, you get in trouble for everything you say.
for sure.
Two, drunk people, it's like, now we've been doing it long enough that it's like we crafted an act.
Yeah.
Like, we have bits, we have jokes, we have stories we want to share. Like, I drove an hour to come just to, like, tell this story.
Totally. Can you tell the story about Kim? I know we already talked about it, and you're probably tired of talking about it, but for people that don't know and haven't seen the clip, check out his clip on Grant's Instagram page. I want to talk about that. The drunk lady in the front row. Explain what happened.
Okay, so I was performing at the Comedy Palace in San Diego. It's like a showcase club where, like, the quote unquote headliner, you're just going last and doing like 35 minutes. So they put on like 6 comics before me, 6 or 7, and my homie was before me, Joe Sib.
Yeah.
He goes up,
Super nice guy.
and yes, the sweetest dude ever. And like, I just like hear him like apologizing to a woman in the front row, and I go, "What's happening?" He's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, what did I say to offend you? What did I do? I didn't know. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Like, I didn't know."
Right.
And I'm just like, "Damn, what did he say?" And he got off stage. He's like, "I didn't say anything. She's just drunk." So I went up there, and apparently this girl had been talking the whole show, and she's sitting in the front row, and it was a drunk lesbian couple who
Awesome.
who were engaged.
Which makes great fun, especially when they're blacked out, wasted. Like when they drink, probably they had 2 big, huge bottles of Woodbridge before they got there.
Yeah, only one was drunk, then the other one was like quiet, and the other one was embarrassed that the other girl kept talking.
It sounds like it's not going to work out for them.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
And so she's in the front row, and they won't stop like talking, and I just like hung her with her own words, So I didn't even use a microphone because I was like, what am I going to do? So I just sat on the stool and I just let her talk, and everything she said, I just
saw
fired
that.
back. I fired back. And I actually had a great time. It was a lot of fun. And I felt bad for the couple because then the girl who wasn't talking just starts crying her eyes out and leaves the room.
Oh my
And
God.
then the other girl follows her, and then
And you said they didn't pay their tab.
they didn't pay their tab.
Fucking trash can humans, dude.
Then the security guard runs after him, and I'm like, damn,
And he has
what's going
one
on?
arm.
Yeah, he had one arm. And then so I went for the old joke of like, damn, he looks like he needs trouble. Can somebody go give him a hand?
Oh.
And fucking, I had a great time. It was really fun, but I felt bad for them.
I had two lesbian ladies. Have you ever done Sharkies in Manhattan Beach?
No.
Yeah. Two lesbian ladies in the front did not like me immediately. And I go, ladies, relax. I go, I got cats. I got cat jokes and dog jokes. We're gonna have some fun, all right? And they did not like that because lesbians don't like when you make fun of their pets, I guess. And now no lesbians are gonna listen to my show because I'm making fun of lesbians. But they went on stage and took the microphone from me.
Oh, I've had those experiences.
I mean, what happened to you?
Well, they'll just be like, you don't need to talk anymore. Like, we are sick of this. And then I also had another lady like take a wine glass, you know?
Yeah.
And fucking break the wine glass and go like this to me.
What?
Like total bar fight.
Like
jail
Tombstone?
status. Yeah. Just like, you got more? All because I was talking shit on Kobe Bryant. Like, I don't even like sports. I was just like, fuck the Lakers. Like, I don't know what I said. And she was so mad.
Dude, you don't make fun of Kobe Bryant. I totally get it. You smash a wine glass and you stab someone.
Dude, I mean,
Were you talking stats or were you just talking like the last couple of years of Kobe?
Dude, I don't even know any stats. I was like mad because the show started late because of a Laker game, you know? So I was like, fuck, I don't even know if he played during like whenever this was. You know? Oh, well.
I was saying comedy is so much fun. You've been doing it, what you said, 12 years?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first started? What was it like?
It was great when I first started because I started. In
Everything
Orange
was new,
County.
right?
Yeah, everything was new. I was like the youngest. Everyone else in like the scene where I started was like maybe like they were 30 years old and up, 30, 40, 50. And like it was their hobby.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like a young kid and I was like, this is what I want to do. And so I really like enjoyed it. And it's the excitement you have when you start, like, oh, I just want to perform in many different rooms. Like, yeah, I'll drive to Riverside to perform in a cigar lounge. That sounds fun. Like,
yeah, totally.
I've never done that room before.
This is how you get better. You go to a laundromat in fucking Chatsworth.
Dude, I remember this comic was telling me about the road, and she was like a hardened road warrior comic. Like, I don't even know what she does anymore. And she was like, the road sucks. Like,
She
you
works
never
for
make any
Postmates.
money. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
She's like, the road sucks. You never make any money. Like, this is how you hack the road. You got to pack your own cup of noodles, right? And then so when you're in your hotel room, you can use the hot water, and then you don't have to spend any money on food.
That
And I
sounds
was
so
like,
sad.
yeah, but I was at the time. I was
That's
like,
what homeless people do.
dude, I was in college, and I was like, I already eat cup noodles anyways. That sounds great. Like, I'm gonna fucking go and
By the way,
make
cup of
money.
noodles is still holds. I still
Oh,
love
it's great.
I still
Cup
love
of noodles with
noodle.
some tapatio, get
It's-
on my level.
It's so sad, but it's so good. When you first did stand-up comedy, do you remember your first joke that you did?
I don't remember the first joke, but I remember the first day, and I had like brought all my friends, and the guy introduced me as like Grant Cotter or something, and
Nice.
I was in the bathroom, and so they're just like, he's not here. All right, next person, and then my friend's like, you missed it, and I'm like, what? And then he brought me up again.
Where was this at?
This is at Martini Blues in Huntington Beach.
Is that I think that place is still open, isn't it?
No, it's something else now.
Oh.
But I remember, I think it was something like I wrote out like on a yellow legal pad in just like 5 pages, you know, of like bullshit. I think it had to do with like, what if Jesus recycled cans?
Right.
And I remember I was like, this is gonna be like 10 minutes, and I like burned through it in 2 minutes.
Did you remember it all?
I mean, I think I did. I really don't remember, but yeah. And
You were kind of a wild guy back in the day, weren't you?
yeah.
What was your do you have like a lot of piercings back then? Did you ever get your tongue pierced? You ever done that?
No, I never had my tongue pierced. I wasn't around in the late 90s, but
I did.
I
did. We did it as a dare for spring break in 99, and I did
oh, that's
it.
such a 99 move. You know?
It is a 99 move, dude. It was so Blink 182.
And then you're always like this, like,
Dude, I chipped all my teeth. It was so stupid. And then I remember the first day I got it, and I was so hungry, and the only thing I could eat was like soup. And I had hot soup with a fucking tongue ring. I'm like, I couldn't talk. It was awful.
my girlfriend in high school, I went with her to get her tongue pierced, And it was like you're in high school and like she has a car and you feel like this like new sense of freedom. You can do whatever you want. We're like chain smoking cigarettes in the
Nice.
car.
Yeah.
She gets her tongue pierced. Oh, this is just like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, after you smoke, you got to rinse your mouth out with mouthwash. So she's like smoking cigarettes with a
Ew.
thing, do a mouthwash.
That is so nasty,
And
dude.
it was like, and I think you could do it in different gauges, different sizes. And she got like a fat one, and the tongue was all fucked up. And then you're at school, you're like, I got my tongue pierced, and it's so dumb.
Have you seen that Ripley's Believe It or Not with the guys that get their tongue split in half?
Oh yeah, the lizard man.
Lizard,
and
yeah,
shit.
lizard guy.
Yeah, that looks so creepy.
What do you do for work with that kind of? You're just a lizard guy,
Yeah, you're at like Coney Island at the fair.
dude. He goes to every Comic Con thing you could possibly go
Yeah,
to.
and then you're always like this.
Yeah,
Like you have to.
And everyone's like, "Do that gross thing again." Oh, that's disgusting. Cool. Can we have a picture with you? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
It's so nasty. Do you remember the first time you bombed? How'd it feel?
the first time I bombed. I mean, I'm sure I bombed all the time in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
But you have this sense of like I'm doing stand up. This is so cool.
This is how it goes.
Yeah, and you like pad the rooms with your friends because they're all like, "Oh, Grant's doing comedy. Let's go." So maybe for a while I had like a false sense of like security. But the first time I really remember bombing is I performed in my hometown on Catalina Island.
Oh no!
And
Wait,
it-
you're from Catalina Island?
Yeah,
You lived on Catalina Island?
I went to high school there.
What?
Yeah,
That's so fucking cool.
I mean, not really.
Really? It wasn't? Because everyone knows everyone's bullshit. That's why, right?
Yeah, it's so small town, 1 square mile, no
You
stoplights.
lived on. How did I not fucking know that?
I don't know
I
what to talk
love
about.
Catalina Island only because the Cubs played spring training baseball there back in the fucking
Dude.
1908.
So that's where all my friends live. That's the
Fucking
hood.
dork.
That's called Las Casitas, right? So all the little shacks that the Cubs would come over and stay in
Yeah.
is now like the ghetto of Mexico, within Catalina.
I
You know
was
what I
gonna
mean?
say- I was
It's
gonna say.
like it's like company housing. So like there's like 10 people in 1-bedroom little cottages, and we would go to this one lady's house like at lunchtime and knock on her door, and she would open the window and just like sell us bags of chips and fucking bolios and all sorts of weird shit.
No shit.
And the skate park was there, so that's where I hung out all the time.
Do you ever go up to the Wrigley house? You ever been up there? You know what that is?
The Wrigley Mansion. There's
Yeah.
a couple of them. My friends are the Wrigleys. My homie Will, like, so he's like a great grandson.
Can you get Cubs tickets?
No, I think they're like removed from it now, but
Oh.
they still got a bunch of money and still own cool houses over there.
That just blows me away because I always think I'm like I could live here. I could definitely, but once you live there, it's not as great as people think it is. Is it
No.
because it's so touristy?
It's like touristy. It's small town politics. Everybody's just like you go to the bar at night and you're drinking fucking Bud Lights and you're complaining about like the city ordinance. Like, why am I paying my tax because they don't come and street sweep my street? And the street sweeper's like literally one dude with like a fucking brush.
I was gonna
you know what
say
I mean?
he does it with a golf cart.
Yeah, they're like, dude, they're opening a new Vaughn's. Like, that traffic's gonna mess up the traffic to my house. Like, I'm gonna have to turn left. And it's like, dude, there's 5 streets. Figure it out.
You went to fucking high school. What was the name of the high school? Catalina High School.
Avalon High School.
Avalon.
Kindergarten to 12th grade, 600 kids. In my graduating class, there were 60 kids. It was split up in English, like honors, or English as a second language.
Did everyone bang the same chick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You had your turn.
My
It was
God,
like bad,
bro.
Like, but all the dudes, you get single in the summer because that's how I feel like I got good at talking
Because
to
of the
people.
tourists.
Yeah, we'd sit on Horny Corner right at the edge of the pier and scam.
Is that
on
the name of
tourist
it?
chicks. Yeah.
It's called Horny Corner.
Horny Corner.
I love that.
Dude, like my dad grew up there. Like he did it. I did it. Like it's just like where you go. And so tourist girls would walk by and be like, hey, come here. What are you doing tonight? Like, come drink with us. We're going to the golf course. Or we're going to Three Palms. Like, come on up. Like, do you have money to throw in for alcohol? And then we would just get them to buy us alcohol with
Dude,
their own money.
That's hilarious. They're like, do you want to chip in? You're like, no, this is what we got you.
No, they're like, how much do we need to chip in? We're like, how much do you got? We're like, 25 will do it. And we knew that would buy us like a bottle of Jaeger and like a 18 pack.
You guys remind me like some city kids like sitting on the Jersey Shore or some shit.
I'm sure it's the same in every small tourist town. You always have those like scam dudes.
Yeah.
And that's what we were.
That is so fucking cool.
Our biggest scam was on Tuesdays. In the summertime, it's cruise ship day. So the Carnival Cruise Line comes in and anchors at 7 a.m. and leaves at 4 p.m. And we would stand where all the people got off the cruise ship. And we'd see like the young kids be like, hey, do you want some weed? Do you want some weed? And they'd all be like, yeah. And we'd be like, dude, $60 for an eighth. And they're like, okay, cool, thanks. And so we would just take their money
and
then
never come back?
we wouldn't come back till 4:30 when the cruise ship already left.
That's fucking
We would
awesome,
just
dude.
scam on their fucking
You guys
money.
are little dicks back in the day,
Yeah,
dude.
man, we were shitty kids.
Wow, dude. That is so cool that you grew up on fucking Catalina Island. I mean,
They're
for
in
me,
s-
that's cool.
Well, I lived in San Diego until I was like 14, and then
That's right.
my mom sent me to live with my dad on Catalina.
Does he still live there?
Yeah.
Wow. I bet though the summers must have been fucking awesome. You guys can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, summer was
Did
great.
all your friends have golf carts?
Yeah, everybody had a golf cart or a
I mean, that's-
motorcycle or a moped, and you
That's
just like.
sounds like a blast.
And if you have a car, like it takes 10 years to get a car over there because it's like a big wait list.
Right.
But if you had a car, you could drive out into the hills, and the other side of the island's beautiful. It's just like beaches, hiking, fucking buffalo, foxes.
What? You
Yeah.
have buffalo out there?
Oh yeah. They brought the buffalo over there in the 20s to film a Western movie, and then they never took them off. So then maybe they brought like 50 buffalo over there, and then over the years, those buffalo, they all started fucking, and they were like having babies.
Fucking buffaloes everywhere.
So then by like the time I was growing up, the buffaloes were like all disabled and handicapped because they were all fucking genetically inbred.
Right.
So they took half of them off recently and put in a bunch more, so now they can fuck and like make healthy buffalo.
Just buffalo with fucking 2 heads walking around and shit.
Oh yeah.
3 legs. That's awesome, dude. All right, I have some stuff here I want to ask you. All right. Who would be the first celebrity you'd beat up?
Who would be the first celebrity I
Yeah.
beat up? I don't know, but back in Catalina story, I think I tried to fight Zac Efron when I was like 14.
Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I guess his mom grew up on Catalina, and I remember one summer he came
Are
over
you sure,
there.
Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Oh.
He came over there,
That's kind of cool.
and all the girls, we were drinking at the golf course, right? And all the girls, like, we were pissed. They weren't paying attention to us because they were all excited about this little gap-toothed kid who was on some show called Summerland.
Yeah. Wasn't it a Disney show?
I don't know.
No.
I think it was like CW or whatever before the CW,
Oh.
WB. And they were all just like doe-eyed over him, and we're like, "Fuck this kid! Like he can't drink our alcohol." And I think we like talked shit to him, and he had a puka shell necklace. But now he's like, he could fucking kick my ass.
Dude, have you seen him? I think he's on steroids.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't know for sure. Like
He's jacked. Like that Baywatch thing, it looked like it hurt. I was like, dude, you're on Baywatch. You're not fucking Captain America.
dude. I don't know.
Haley, you think he's hot? Oh, yeah. Zac Efron?
Oh yeah.
Who do you think's the hottest celebrity right now?
I like Sofia Vergara's husband.
Who's that?
Oh, Joe
y-
Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello. He's pretty hot, huh? You like that silver fox, right?
I like him muscly.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so I'm definitely out of that range.
Yeah, but you did almost beat up Zac Efron, so that's something.
I don't know if I almost beat him up. I probably have like exaggerated that in my head. You know, it was probably more like "fuck you" or something stupid. You
Right.
know what I mean? But in my head, it was like I got in his face and I fucking
You said "fuck you," and then he looked at you, and you're like, and you just pointed at someone else.
yeah.
You ever honk in your car and then look around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did it all the time.
My favorite move to
I'm
do
such a
is
pussy.
sometimes I drive in the carpool lane when I'm late and I'm just alone by myself, and so I'm like driving like this, but I'm pretending that I'm talking to a baby in the back seat. Like, don't chew that, don't chew that. It's okay. Just so like if a cop sees me, it looks like there's a car seat in the back. You know?
Are your windows tinted?
Probably. I think they are, but I don't know if cops can
But
see
I'm
through
like,
that.
yeah,
shit.
because the cops look in the back and they look in the front. So if he sees you, you go like this, and there's no one there. You know how terrifying that is? I'm pulling you over times 2, dude.
Well, then I'm talking to my imaginary friend. There's another person in here.
What if he pulls you over and he goes, you need someone in your passenger seat, and you're like, there is someone.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is Jesus is with me. Say hi, Jesus.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Do you remember your first fight besides Zac Efron?
Yeah, I do. The only fight I've ever really been in, I think. I don't even know if it was a fight. I must have been in like 4th or 5th grade, and it was this kid Brandon, and he was this little Asian kid with a bowl cut and a
Fuck
fucking
that shit.
gold necklace with a little jade Buddha on it.
Damn, that's specific.
Oh yeah, and
You hated this guy.
we were playing a game. Maybe we were playing like Smear the Queer or something in the park.
Ooh,
and,
I don't even think you can call it that now, can you?
And I don't even no, for sure you can't.
It's just Smear Steve.
Yeah,
something like
I don't even know if you can say smear at this point.
I don't think you can either.
And I don't know what it was, but he fucking like we were like fighting over a ball, or like give me that, and he just like boom headbutted me, and I bled.
Oh,
I
you-
just got a nosebleed, and I'd never gotten a nosebleed before. I'd never been headbutted. I didn't know what was happening, and like the blood was just coming out, and I saw the blood, and I was like, and I think I cried, but I didn't want to tell my mom, you know. And
What was this? 5th grade?
4th grade.
4th grade.
And then I just went home.
Do you remember the first time you peed your pants
No, but I do remember.
or shit your pants?
I never really shit my pants. One time I like maybe have had like skid marks, but I remember one time I peed my pants. in a Kmart when I was really little. You know, and my mom always made me sit in the cart with her. And one time she was like, "You can look at the toys," and I peed my pants, and I just remember it was really itchy.
Oh my God, do you have corduroys on?
I don't know what they were Oshkosh Bagosh. I
Yeah.
remember that because my mom was yelling at me like, "You ruined your Oshkosh Bagosh."
What a fucking shitty name of some pants. You gosh, gosh.
Dude, and my mom was British, so it's like with a British
Really?
accent, "You ruined your Oshkosh Bagosh."
Your mom's British?
Yeah, I was born in England.
Bro, what the fuck is happening right now? You lived on Catalina Island. You were born in England.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because my dad was a pilot, and my mom was a stewardess, so they met. I was like conceived in an airplane.
so you were conceived in a bathroom, basically.
Probably, yeah.
Damn, dude. So you were like Mile High before Mile High.
Shit,
actually.
you know it.
Smearing queers and stuff.
You know it.
All right. What's your funniest dad story? You got any funny dad stories?
I do got a funny dad story. I feel bad telling it though.
Why?
Well,
He
'cause
won't listen to this.
He listens to shit. My dad's
Oh,
supportive.
yeah, actually,
what I mean?
he probably would.
But,
And there's video of this too, so let's do it.
A funny dad story. I remember first of all, I was a shitty kid. You know, my dad's great. I love him.
Wait, your mom, I didn't mean to cut you off, sorry, but your mom sent you to your dad because what, were you just too much to handle?
Oh, yeah. You know, I was like 14, 15. And all I did was like skateboard and like cuss and listen to punk and like fuck around. And I was always late. And like, you know, the real straw was like I got caught stealing condoms from Target. And my mom was just like, "Oh my God, like my 15-year-old kid is having sex. Like he needs like a man in his life. He needs to go live with his dad."
But at least you're having protection.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
I mean, I'd be like, listen, you can't steal, but I'm proud of you.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
A funny dad story. I remember there was like, I don't want to tell that one, but another funny one is like, my dad in like the early 2000s. You know, my dad's a real charismatic guy. Like played in bands back in the day, and like he wanted to act. He wanted to be like an actor, but this is on Catalina. So
You can't really do a whole lot of acting on
yeah,
Catalina.
you can't do a lot of
Is there any
acting.
agencies on Catalina?
Not that I know of.
Say.
But I remember like he had me film him, and I helped him make a Survivor audition tape.
Dude, my sister did that.
And this is like season 2 of Survivor. You know, like they watched the first one, the dude was naked. They're like, "We fucking love it."
Yeah.
So I remember my dad he made this tape, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Rex Cotter, and this is why I should be on Survivor." And he was, dude, he's wearing a suit like in the middle of
Rex?
summer.
That's such a cool name.
Yeah, it's a badass name. He's wearing a suit in the summer, like on Catalina, walking down the pier. Like, this is why I should be on Survivor. And then it was like him driving a boat, and he's like, "I can captain any boat." And then it was like the airplane was flying by in the sky, and he's holding the camera, like filming it, and he goes, "I can fly 747." And then like he like lit a fire or something. I wish I could find that. That'd be so funny.
I feel like that's something you would play like if you got remarried. You would just play that at like the wedding.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be hilarious.
Dude, I want to find it and submit it now and put his ass on Survivor right now.
Put him on Naked and Afraid.
I don't think anybody wants to see my dad naked.
Would you be on Naked and Afraid, Haley? No. I don't. Why would anyone want to be on Naked and Afraid? Seeing your neighbor's dumpy ass. You're like, fucking what?
But is it
Who
real
wants
or
to see
is it?
Dave's fucking shitty ass? Looking for bamboo. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I saw it, and this girl's like, "I'm just so cold," and like there was bugs everywhere, and I'm like, bro, who looks at that show and is like cooking channels? I'll go, that looks like a dish maybe I want to make. I look at Naked and Afraid, and I go, this is a show I'd never want to be on ever.
No, you watch Naked and Afraid because you hope they get bit by a snake.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Have you seen that new show coming out on what is it, National Geographic or something? These guys test bites. Like pythons bite them. They go like this up to the python, and the python bites it and just fucking shreds his arm.
Aren't we lucky to be alive at this time? You
You
know
know,
what
like,
I mean?
but I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what shows are coming out now? Do people have to die? Is that how we're entertained now? Is it literally going to be Hunger Games?
Dude, my favorite one that I just like, I didn't know it was around. It's called like maybe Forged in Fire or something.
Yeah.
And it's these dudes making fucking swords.
Huge swords
So
that
that's
you're
like-
never going to use for anything
Yeah,
ever.
And then at the end, they have a contest. They go, "Does your sword work?"
Yes,
and
dude.
they'll hang up a fucking hog.
Or a fake cadaver.
Yeah, and they go like, "Go for it!" And then it's this dude who's just been bullied his whole life.
Yeah, oh,
like,
yeah.
His parents didn't believe in him. He started making swords in the garage.
Probably had a tongue ring.
Dude, from '99.
Yep.
And he finally gets the opportunity to just let loose on a fucking hog, and some of the swords will slice right through it. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
the dudes who like when their sword breaks, you just like they break. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, oh,
They're like, that's never happened before. And then he just stabs himself.
No, but then they do the stab test, you know. So then they got the daggers, and it's like, all right, see if this stabs, and then it's like too real, you know. They're like, ah, 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 ah. It's like, God, don't let people do this.
I wish you would have gotten a boomerang of that, Haley. That would have been hilarious.
That's like the gateway drug to murder.
Bro, this shit's terrifying. Everyone should be on notice after you get off that show. The government should have all your information.
Oh yeah, they already have all our information anyways.
That show. So here, you got to do the thing again. Dude,
Gah, 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 gah.
dude, that's so great. I hope Rex sees that. Let's see. What was the first movie you saw that you wanted to be in? I can see you like Gleaming the Cube. Remember that? Remember that movie?
I didn't see that.
You were probably like
till
2.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
First movie I saw that I wanted to be in. Probably Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
I really loved that as a kid. You know, like I just had like this VHS with all 3 Back to the Futures on it, and I'd watch it all the time. And then I remember went to Universal Studios and like I went on the ride and we took the backlot tour and I saw the
Oh yeah, the clock tower.
the clock tower, and I was just like, it blew my mind. Like, oh my God, like this is where that thing that I watch all the time,
Yeah.
like happened. Like this is real. Like,
Or you see like the Friends, or not the Friends, but was it Friends? The Friends set, or no, like Sex in the City and shit, where they shot all that.
well, I mean, I was a little kid. I wasn't around.
Oh
then.
yeah.
But it was like E.T. the ride and Back to the Future, and I don't remember what else.
Did you audition a lot?
No,
Do you remember your first shitty audition?
every audition I've ever been on.
Really?
I remember the.
You seem pretty fearless to me though. Like it doesn't seem like auditions phase you. Like me, I'm a fucking goddamn nervous wreck sometimes when I go in the room.
Yeah, maybe now I'm
awful.
like I'm fearless because like I'm I'm like calloused to the fucking
Totally.
system. But like when I first got to LA, like I was getting auditions for shit I had no right to like be going out for, like fucking like leads of movies and like leads of sitcoms and shit. And I think maybe I just was like a shiny new face,
Right.
And I looked younger than I was, and I mean I was awful. I remember I look back on this. I look back on this one and I thought I fucking killed it. And like it wasn't till recently that I realized like what she said to me. So I went out for like the Entourage movie, right? Haley Joel Osment ended up being the guy. It was like the villain oil tycoon's son, right? And so like I go to this place and it was a real lax audition, like as a casting director.
Were you nervous on the way there?
No, because I mean maybe, yeah.
I feel like the process of getting there before the audition is just as hard as the audition sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you're going over your lines. There's traffic everywhere. There's no parking. You can barely find the place. It's like in a studio behind someone's house, and you got to knock twice. And like,
Yeah.
anyways, sorry.
Well, I'm just in there, and and I did it Southern. I'm like Southern accent, I'm like, well, my daddy said that you need to put me in a film, Vince or Turtle or whatever the fuck it was.
Turtle.
And I'm sitting on the couch, and I remember like I didn't read it. I was so happy, like I just was like, I'm not reading shit. You know what I mean? Like I got
Got it
this.
memorized.
And afterwards, she's like, huh. And I'm just like in my head, I go, I fucking killed it. And she's like, you haven't done a lot of acting, have you?
Fuck me.
And I was like, I mean, I did a play in high school, but I thought she meant like, oh, I'm discovering you, right? I don't know what I thought, but
You thought it was a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah, because when people say, you haven't done a lot of acting, you're like, okay. Yeah, I fucking crushed it.
yeah,
But you thought of it as a positive, and then you were leaving going, fuck yeah.
yeah. And I would call my manager right away. I go, dude, I fucking killed it. Like, be on the lookout for the
Yeah.
offer. You know what I mean? He's always just like, all right, good. And then like nothing.
Dude, I used to audition for soap operas, and they give you so much fucking dialogue. I tell this story all the time, but I was so bad at it. I was so bad that I couldn't even remember. I remember I went in once. I couldn't even memorize the first fucking line at all. Literally, I read off the page the whole time, and he goes, "Great." I go, "Okay, see you later." It was awful. Fucking soap operas are fucking terrible.
I mean, I didn't even know you could fucking read. You know what I mean? I didn't know you could read the shit. Like,
Sure.
it doesn't even matter. Everything I ever got was like
Like
not because of anything. It was
you
like,
did the prank show.
yeah, prank show on MTV. I got that. Somebody saw me do stand up. I went in, I just talked to them. They're like, make a video of you like pranking people. I went out on Hollywood Boulevard. I fucking pretended to be a magician. I just wasted people's time, and they're like, "Cool, you got it."
That's funny. Wait, can you elaborate on that? So, what would you do to waste people's time? How would you do that?
I mean, I just went out. I had Ari Manis come out and film me, and I just got like a fucking deck of cards, and I'd be like, "Hey, come here. You gonna see magic trick?" And they're like, "Yeah, cool." So I'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna shuffle the cards. Like, how are you?" You know, and I just talk to them. Like, "All right, pick a card." And I'm like, "All right, show the card to them." And they're like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "All right, you show the card.
Oh my god!
Show the card to that
I
guy
would
right
fucking
there."
punch you in your
And
head.
they go, "Cool." And then I shuffle it again, you know, and then I give them another card. And I'd be like, "All right, take a picture of this card and put it on your Facebook wall." She'd be like, "Why?" I'd be like, "Just do it." You know, and she's like, "Okay." And then, you know, I still talk to them and I'm shuffling and I'm like, "All right, is, you know, this your card?" And they go, "No." Is this your card? And I go, "All right, shuffle it again." And I would just like see how long I could waste their time. One girl I had for like 20 minutes. And she's like, I gotta go.
You're like, don't go. Hold on, and just do another 20 minutes of nothing.
I mean, I can't believe people had that much time to just like talk to me. Anybody ask me anything on Hollywood Boulevard, I'm like, no.
Oh
Get away.
no, dude! I was waiting. We were in line for something in Vegas. I forget. And this guy was selling CDs, and I'm like, bro, did no one tell you that no one does the CD thing anymore? No one told you?
Well, that hustle's different because that's like an intimidation hustle. Like, it's free, it's free, it's free. And then they follow you and then they're like, give me some fucking money.
Yeah,
give me some fucking money for that
$10.
CD.
Give me the 10. That shit's fire, son. That's just fire, yo. I'm like, dude, I'm not listening to your shitty CD. Do you remember your first embarrassing moment? First embarrassing moment.
First embarrassing moment.
Have you ever fallen in front of someone that you really liked, or you ever shit in someone's bed? You ever done that?
Oh, yeah. I forget. Maybe I told this on another podcast or I don't know where I was talking to somebody about it. I was a little kid and went over for a sleepover for some kid's birthday party. And, you know, this is, again, elementary school. And, you know, I was embarrassed because they all were, like, sleeping in, like, cool clothes. You know, they had, like, a night shirt, you know, like a no-fear night shirt.
Yeah.
And they slept in boxers. And I'm, like, still wearing whitey-tighties. My mom packed me, like, fucking pajamas that you, like, button at the top. And they're,
Really?
like, matching.
How old were you? 15?
No, I mean, I must have been, like, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, embarrassed. So I told them, I was like, oh, I didn't bring pajamas, you know? And they're like, you didn't bring pajamas to a sleepover? So then, you know, they're thinking badly of my mom. Like, why are they sending this kid out no
Yeah.
pajamas? So then I kind of shit my pants there maybe. Like, I remember a pebble of shit,
Uh-oh.
like, ran down my leg.
Oh.
And, like, I knew it was me. I didn't feel that happen, but I knew I had to poop, but I didn't want to poop at someone else's house.
Sure.
So then they found a pebble of shit on the ground, and they're like, who did this? They're like, nobody's in trouble.
Come on, dude.
Who did this? And I go,
Come
fuck,
on.
it's got to be me.
Whose shit is this?
And they're like, does anybody have, like, a rabbit at home or, like, a little pet possibly?
Fuck off.
And I was like, well, I have a Pomeranian, but I don't know. And I'm sure they knew it was
Did
fucking
anyone pack
me.
a parrot? Did anyone pack a parrot by
Yeah,
chance?
I'm sure they knew it was me. And then I remember I came home and they told my mom, like, they're like, why didn't you have pajamas? Mom was like, he had pajamas. And she was so pissed at me.
That's fucking hilarious.
So I was embarrassing as a kid.
Did you end up sleeping over, or once? I'm pretty sure once you shit your pants, you have to leave, right?
I slept over for sure. And then I remember my mom was so fucking mad at me in the car. Like, she was like slapping me on the side and I fucking just ran out.
In a British accent.
Yeah.
What if she was lying the whole time and she didn't really have a British accent?
Then she needs an audition for the Entourage movie because she would have got the part.
Like Rex, we can put her on Survivor. Do you remember your first hookup? Where did you? Where was it?
Yeah, dude, it was this kid Wade Hamilton's birthday party.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that story, but okay.
Oh no, yeah, and so this was in 6th grade, and it was like my first boy-girl party, you know.
Hell yeah.
And I was like pretty good at skating when I was younger.
Right.
So like his brother was like in high school, and so he had like a rail and some ramps, and I was like fucking
Just showing off.
just like showing off in front of the girls.
Killing
you know,
it.
I was like killing it, and they were like, "Oh my god, Grant!" And then like, I don't know if it was spin the bottle or what, but I got paired off with this chick, and then we like made out in their neighbor's backyard, and then the next day at school, everyone was like, "I heard Grant's a good kisser. Grant's a good kisser." And I
Yeah,
was like,
dude.
I've never done that shit before in my life. That's natural instinct right there.
Dude, that's like
7th grade. 7th grade.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that so exciting when you're in 7th grade? You get like your first kiss. Like I remember we used to go to dances and every dude just had boners the whole time.
Oh yeah.
The whole time.
Well, dude, my first
Everyone's just fucking dry humping on the fucking floor.
Dude, my first kiss was this girl Kylie, and so
like it.
It was at a winter dance in 6th grade, and so we went outside, and there was these other people kissing. Like I forget, these 2 people kissed, and then these twins Matt and Katie, and they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like the boy-girl twins.
Yeah.
And
I have a twin sister.
and they fucking kissed.
Yeah. What?
They kissed.
No.
To get me and Kylie to kiss. Like it was like a pet kiss, but I always look back on that like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No. Not
You
at
ever-
all.
You ever kiss your twin sister?
Not at all.
Well, there's always a first.
No. Hey. That's no. I don't even kiss my dad on the lips. Like that is just so weird. I ever see my buddy kiss his dad on the lips, and I was like, what? No. I mean, I've kissed my mom on the lips. I've kissed. No, you go cheek. Dude, I'll kiss my dad like on the back of behind his ear.
I don't even do that.
That's how far I go.
My grandma always kisses my cheek, and I don't know what to do. So I always do like that European where I just like cheek to cheek, and then I just make a kiss sound like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very British, right? Doing that.
I mean, I don't know. This is the American side of the family.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back over to the UK?
I used to a lot when I was younger.
Is your mom still over there?
My mom passed away.
Oh, your mom passed away. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm a dick.
It's okay.
Fuck. Let's end the podcast now, Haley. No, I'm just
Fucking
joking. What was your first huge accomplishment?
Doing this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Coming here.
I'm telling you, man, there was a lot of people in line before you.
No, I'd say my first huge accomplishment, like in what? In comedy or
Yeah.
in life?
I'd say in comedy.
Um,
Doing the prank show?
I mean, you know, the bar is so low when you start comedy, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're like, I'm doing open mics, and then it's like, I want to get booked on a show, and it's like, I want to perform at a comedy club, and then it's, I want to host, I want to feature, and it's like, I want to headline. So like, I don't know, there's so many little ones, but I would say like one of my proudest moments. Was that the question?
Yeah. Biggest accomplishments.
oh,
First,
biggest
first big
accomplishments.
accomplishment.
Yeah, you know, I'd probably say the MTV show was like a really cool one because as a kid, like all I wanted to do was be like Carson Daly hosting TRL.
Really?
I fucking love that. I would go home every day and like watch it.
That's true. I auditioned to be a VJ once.
No way.
Yeah, I was waiting a huge long line. Remember that guy, the big string bean looking dude?
Jesse Camp.
Yes. Wonder what he's doing these days.
Oh, dude, recently I look him up occasionally.
Really?
So there's a video on TMZ of him trying to buy cocaine. Like the TMZ photographer's here, and he's like, "Hey, can you get us an 8-ball?" And he's like, "What's up?" He's like, "No, 60, 100. No, I'm on 8th Street, you know." And he's like, they film him doing the whole thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and he looks like
He looks
exactly the
probably-
same, but shittier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's that old guy? Dave Holmes?
Dave Holmes, I know Dave Holmes a little bit.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I feel like I've met him he was in a UCB class with me, and he was really good.
Yeah, he was pretty good. How good at skating were you?
I was pretty good.
Really? Could you do half pipe?
No, I skated like street.
You're like, I love when I ask you, you're like, fucking half pipe.
No, I mean it's like I never had access to a half pipe, and it's not like my thing. That
Yeah.
wasn't cool when I was like skating.
Half pipe wasn't?
No, it was like Tony Hawk and Andy McDonald, like X Games shit. I was like, I want to be in the fucking streets, man.
Yeah.
Chad Muska, fucking Andrew Reynolds,
Chad
Jamie Thomas.
Dude,
you
Chad
know?
Muska. I used to have the Muskas. The
Dude,
shoes.
Dude, I look for those on eBay all the time.
Can't
I
find
would
'em.
Fucking love to get those.
Isn't it funny they're bringing back all the shit that we used to wear?
Oh yeah.
All of it. Like you walk into Urban Outfitters and you're like, what? This is my closet back in the 90s.
The other day, I'm fucking driving my car, and these two kids are skating towards me, and they look like 1996. Like everything,
totally.
like the striped shirt, they had like Jinko pants, the fucking shoes, their hair was parted
Yeah.
down the middle, and I'm getting like flashbacks because like the kids now who are like 19 are looking like the bullies I had when
Right.
I was a kid.
Totally.
I'm getting scared flashbacks from these fuckers.
Dude, you have no idea. These kids were skating right by my house. They always skate right on my fucking hill. And they're all wearing like USA basketball shirts, champion shorts,
Oh yeah.
like stuff where you're like, that shit was not even that cool when we were younger.
No, that was like the poor kid clothes
Totally.
then, and then now it's like the rich kid
like
clothes
totally,
now.
like LA gear. Like, bro, LA gear was fucking trash.
Dude, the shoes with the lights, dog.
Yeah. Do you remember the shirts? I don't know if you remember the shirts that you blow on them and they change color.
I vaguely remember those. Vaguely.
I'm like 20 years older than you.
Like
Yeah.
I remember
I just dated myself.
like No Fear was real cool, like
Yeah.
Billabong,
Or
Quicksilver.
Big Johnson. Remember Big Johnson shirts?
I remember like Big Dog shirts or something.
Something big.
Big Johnson.
You remember Big Johnson? The
No,
shirts
dude.
were like liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
Oh, that's like some tourist shit, man.
I'm telling you, it was at Pac Sun, dog.
Damn, dude, fucking PacSun. I worked at a PacSun when I was 19.
What's your first shitty job?
my very first job ever. It was probably the shittiest. It was on Catalina, and I was like 12 years old. And my
You get a job at 12?
yeah,
God damn.
dude, my mom was trying to get me to get a job at fucking 10.
What?
dude.
It's hard in them streets,
She's like,
dude.
you gotta pay rent. And I'm like, what? I'm in
Dude.
5th grade. So my dad got me a job scrubbing the barnacles off his friend's boat during the summer in Catalina. And
Get a good base tan doing that.
dude, it was this dude Lou, right? And Lou like gave me a Speedo to wear when I did it because he said it would help me like swim faster.
Okay, Lou sounds like a pedophile.
And then like I worked so hard, like it was a fucking like 40-foot boat, and
Yeah.
I'm like got a snorkel gear on and fins, and I'm fucking just scraping these barnacles off the boat in a goddamn Speedo. And at the end of
There's
the
a lot of this today.
yeah, at the end of the week, this fool pays me $20. So then I
End of the week?
yeah, I tell my dad, I go, he gave me $20 for all that and made me wear a Speedo. My dad's like, what? What did he do? He's like, why didn't you wear trunks or a wetsuit? I go, he told me it helped for the job. And then so my dad gave me like $50, and then like I wasn't allowed to like go
Dude,
near Lou again.
I would go over to Lou's place and punch him in his fucking face. You made my son wear a fucking Speedo, and then you gave him $20 while you jerked off in the house while I clean your fucking boat, you jagbag.
And then I remember, like, at the end of it, Lou was like, if you have any friends that, you know, want to, like, come help you, like, I'm happy to pay them, too.
So Lou's the resident pedophile.
And I was like, dude, I'm not for $20?
Bro, no.
And when you're a kid, like, $20 is a lot of money, but I was expecting, like, $100.
I would have said to Lou, Lou, why don't we just cut the shit? I won't clean your boat. If you want to see it, give me the $20. We'll make this fast.
See my cold water ocean dick and slip me a 50.
My cold, sad wiener. Is that what you want, Lou? Huh? Is that what you want?
It's scary to think about. Like, damn, I had so many close calls.
Dude, you think about the shit that you did as a kid, and you're like, that can't, like, how did I not die from that? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. That's fearless.
oh yeah, dude. Okay, we're almost done here, Grant. We're almost done. We're doing good here. Funny rapid questions. You want to do funny rapid questions?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Tried to impress a chick and it went bad.
I brought a chick to a comedy show when I first started. That's
And you
bad.
bombed?
Yeah, I'm sure I did. I mean, I don't remember it, but I also remember, like, it couldn't have been great, you know?
Yeah, I remember I did I broke up with this girl, and then she came to my show afterwards. I was like, that's so
Like,
weird.
with
Sat in the-
somebody else,
Yes,
or-
and sat in the front row. Sat in the front row, and I'm like, it totally threw me off. I had the worst set possible.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got done, I looked at her, I go, why are you here? And everyone's looking around like, what the fuck is going on? I go, why are you here? You ruined my whole set. Everyone just saw me just bomb. And she's looking like this. She goes, I'm glad I fucked your life up. Okay, is cereal soup? Why or why not?
Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
Yeah.
I would say no, because cereal itself is a like breakfast item that you add milk to, whereas soup I think constitutes a broth.
That's good. That's very detailed.
Thank you.
You like cooking shows?
I love cooking. I love cooking shows. I fuck with Guy Fieri on a high end personal level.
Does it bother you with his hair and his outfits?
No, because Guy Fieri is, I keep saying this, but it's like Guy Fieri is the no fear t-shirt of the cooking world. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I heard he's real creepy off camera. I
I'm
heard
sure
he's very hands-on.
dude, Guy Fieri prices the
He's like
N-word.
Lou. He's like Lou of the cooking channel.
Yeah, like Guy Fieri is, you can't contain him. You know what I mean?
Does it bother you when he says Flavor Town?
That's where I have on my passport that I'm from.
You check out you've been to Flavor Town?
I would like to go someday.
I
hope-
heard Catalina is called it's called Flavor Town. I've heard that.
dude, Catalina food sucks.
Does it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Like if you're cooking for your lady, what do you cook?
I really like barbecuing.
So do I.
So like cooking a tri-tip is fun. I enjoy that
you
process.
ever make any bacon wrapped anything?
I have tried bacon wrapped things, but just like bacon wrapped hot dogs, or bacon wrapped jalapenos. I never feel like it comes out good because it's crispy on the outside, and then the bacon, like on the inside of it, is like white and weird. So I'm not like.
They
that
always
into
make it look so easy.
Yeah, you got to really deep fry it to get like a good crunchy, crispy texture.
Do you have a deep fryer?
No.
Would you be on Chopped?
If they did like a celebrity chops,
Yeah.
like yeah, but I wouldn't be on it as just like our next contestant like also does stand up comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want comedy.
Always the
to-
funny guy that cooks.
Yeah.
Do you bake stuff? You like bake
No.
mostly just barbecuing?
I mean, I can like I mean, I cook other shit too, but I mean, I don't bake. I've tried to bake like a brownies. You know, it comes out okay because you just crack an egg and mix it with water.
Yeah.
But baking's too much for me.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of whisking.
Too messy. You need a lot of items to
I don't
do
feel like any guy should be doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
a lot of that, but none of that.
I do like the Great British Baking Show though.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, that shit is like so soothing to me.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of like just like polite British accents that make me feel good.
What is it about a British accent that just makes everything sound like it's going to be okay? You know?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. What's that one show where they, not Chopped, but it's the other one where, Iron Chef. You ever watch that?
Iron Chef is good too. That one is like almost too chaotic.
It's a
for
lot.
me, you know what I mean?
I'm like, it's just food, guys.
Yeah. And the chairman of Iron Chef, if you remember, there was this guy and he was like, I am the chairman.
Yeah.
You know,
he's
like,
in John Wick 3, by
He's
the way.
host. He was in fucking Double Dragon
Was
in
he?
the 90s. Yeah.
Who is this fucking guy? Is
Dude,
it
he's
Bruce?
just an actor. That was the thing that threw
I thought
me
it was
off.
like Bruce Lee's like second kid.
He
or some
kind of
shit.
did look like Brandon Lee, huh?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting off kilter here. What's the weirdest smell you ever smelled?
I don't know. Shit. Dead fish.
Dead fish is pretty gross.
Probably. Yeah.
You ever leave stuff in like the trash too long, and then you're like, what the fuck?
I'm a pretty clean person.
Are you?
Oh, here's the story though. So on
There we go.
On Catalina, my parents, you know, they had a boat and they would live on the boat in the summer, and then me and my stepbrother would like live at the house by ourselves. And so he was like 14 and I was like 11, and so it was like he was supposed to be watching me. Maybe he was 15. And he was supposed to be watching me, and so we just like had this little house to ourselves. And like I made spaghetti one night, like the first time I was trying to cook, and we put it in this like I think it's called a Dutch oven pan.
Yeah.
And you know, I made the spaghetti, we ate good, put the lid back on it, fucking just left it on the stove. And then like we didn't cook again for the summer, but there's this rank ass smell. Like our house smelled so bad we couldn't find it. We're like, we took the trash out, we're like cleaning shit. We didn't know where the smell was coming from.
That's the worst.
Like a week and a half. And then finally, like I lift up the lid
Oh.
and it's like moldy
Oh.
and gross, and the smell, it's like, damn, we forgot this.
Oh.
So I took the fucking Dutch oven thing and I went to my friend's house and I knocked on the door and I poured it on the doorstep and we fucking ran.
Fucking dicks.
So then as retaliation, my friend came the next day and put all these cheese slices on like the glass part of our window.
Good for him. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, and I remember I woke up one morning and someone left their fucking huge sofa on our lawn and said $1 our best offer. And my mom comes up to our room and she goes, one of your fucking friends left a fucking sofa on. She goes, get it the fuck out of here. I go, I don't know who did it. She goes, I don't care. Obviously, one of your fucking friends did it. I thought that was
And
pretty
then you
smart.
just move it to the neighbor's
We
yard.
did pretty much. I think we just put it like in the street we put it on down the street. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? Anything in the 90s?
I mean, I was a little kid in the 90s, so I don't know. Most
That's true.
embarrassing thing I ever worn. I mean, I definitely, like, after high school, I had the phase. I got, like, the plugs in my ear, and I had my lip pierced, and I thought I was cool. And, like, looking back.
How bad do those plugs fucking hurt?
Plugs didn't hurt at all because it's like, slow and gradual, you know?
And you just make them bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
How big did you have them?
You could put a Sharpie in. Yeah.
What made you do that?
I don't know. I thought it was cool because, like, in high school, I dressed like real punk rock and had like tight pants and bondage belts and wore like a fucking
You had bondage belt?
yeah, like, you know, these rings and stud belts, and I thought I was so fucking cool, street punk. And then I got into like really hardcore music, and then that's when I started stretching my ears. And then at this time, I like started comedy, and I was like, oh, I don't want to like look like this in photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to because then people are just looking at your fucking ears the whole time.
Yeah. So I took them out.
Every time I see people with those things, I just like they waddle around the whole time. The girl that cuts my hair has huge ones in.
When I see people with them now, I'm like, I can't believe you stuck with it.
Just looks like it hurts like fuck.
And they smell so bad.
Have you ever shit in someone's upper tanker?
No, but I.
You know what that
about
is,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were a jerk kid like me. We used to
Yeah.
do really mean stuff.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're
know.
like, oh, young kids are fucking assholes
We
when they're
would-
growing up.
we
Really
would-
mean.
We would wipe our ass with dollar bills and then fold the dollar bill in half and leave it like in the middle of the street. Like, so when the tourists are all walking by, and then we'd sit far away and we'd watch them like go to pick up a dollar and I'd be like, oh,
It's
there's
fucking
shit on it.
gross, dude.
So I did the shit dollar a lot.
You guys are assholes. What's a funny Wi-Fi name?
My personal Wi-Fi network at home is Oprah's Butthole.
That's good.
Yeah, so like
How funny is that when people look it up and they go, "Son of a bitch."
Oprah's butthole.
Dude, mine's triggered. Which isn't funny.
Very 2019.
Totally. What is something everyone looks stupid doing?
Probably vaping.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Just guys holding like basically like a mailbox in their fucking hand.
Oh, those big ones, but it's like I look even stupider because I got this little one and I go.
I know. You know what? But I have one of those too, but it's like a little weed pen. Just a couple things you don't look cool doing: smoking that, and then those bird scooters. You look
Oh, yeah.
like I saw the grown man on that bird scooter. You just like it's so It's like not masculine at all.
My favorite is like the guy going to work on the bird scooter. So he's got like his satchel bag and
Yeah.
like a tie, but he puts the tie around his neck so
Totally.
it doesn't like blur. And he's just like going to work.
Totally. He's got one of those silver like beards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like when the girl gets on the back and holds the guy from the front.
Oh, I always hope they crash.
Totally. It's awful. What's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house? I don't know why I wrote that.
The weirdest thing a guest's ever done at my house, like back in the day, like you ever have like a girl like you hook up with and then she like won't leave,
Yes.
like gets too comfy,
Yes.
and it's like you're like, all right, well, like time to go, and she's like putting on your clothes as pajamas, and you're like, well, wait, what is going on here? And she's
Yeah.
like, let's rent a movie, and it's like, okay, this is fucking weird. You need to go,
Dude, I had a girl almost stay at my place for 2 days. I mean, I would leave and go do shit, and she's still there. And I'm like, you gotta go.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, sex was fun and all, but you gotta fucking go.
please leave.
Checks are nuts. What's the worst baby name?
Worst baby name? I don't know. I don't like it. People like they have the super white names like Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't know what the worst baby name
I think
is.
the worst.
Adolf.
It can't be bad.
Yeah.
I think it's making a comeback though in 2020.
They'll be like, it's ironic.
Yeah.
It's ironic.
It's like, come on, we don't remember what he did. I forget what I was going to say. What sport would be the funniest if you added a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
Sport would be funny is mandatory alcohol. I don't know, maybe hockey because they're already fighting, and then if you just like get drunk and then you add the blades to it, like that could be wild. And then blood on the ice, looks pretty cool.
Yeah. That would be tough because if you kill somebody with those blades, I guess you go to jail, right?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe sign a release before you get in the ring.
Totally. Anything's open game.
Yeah.
What if you just brought a handgun on the fucking ice?
They're like, well, it actually falls within the rules, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry
it's
to
another,
say, like,
it's another element of the
I
show.
will be in Cincinnati for next week's game.
Did you see that fight last night in the game last night?
I don't know anything about sports.
Guy ripped another guy's helmet off and then hit him in the head with it. knocked
Oh,
him
that's
out.
tight.
Dude, it was like I was like, wait, did I just see that? Yeah, ripped his helmet off and then smashed him in the head with it.
That's some Hulk shit.
Bro, that's like some PTSD shit. That's like you need to fucking get your head checked. Anyways, Grant, thank you for doing the podcast. I appreciate it. How can people find you?
You can find me, go to my website, grantcotter.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at grantcotter, Twitter.
Where are you going to be performing soon?
I'm at the Irvine Improv this Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you're headlining, right?
The 19th. Yeah.
Is that your first time or is it?
I do it like 2 or 3 times a year. And then I do, I'm at the Hollywood Improv on Monday, the 25th of November, whatever fucking month this is.
Where's your favorite place to perform?
My favorite place to perform, just a room full of people that are down to laugh. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like New York because you can do a bunch of spots in a night. That's wild. But
Do you do bar shows anymore?
I mean,
You will.
I will. I'm not.
We did an
against
art
it,
show.
but I tried not to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're like, come do my show, and then it has like bar and grill in the title, I don't know if I'm like that down to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm down for anything. If you pay me enough money, I'll go anywhere.
Totally. Well, thank you for doing the podcast. Please remember to share, subscribe, tell your friends. Go to comedypopup.la.com and check out my first with Brady Matthews. I've been your host, Brady Matthews. That's been Grant. That's been Haley. Thank you, Haley. And have a great weekend. And I'm at the Comedy Store tonight and tomorrow night if you guys want to come see me bomb. Okay. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.